The single most frequently used feature in Denari is undoubtedly gift entry. I think there are a lot of organizations where they kind of view the database as being a big electronic filing cabinet. Now, we always think it can do a lot more than that, and of course it can, but when you get right down to it, in the course of a busy day, a lot of people will just go in and take the gifts for the day, and they'll want to open up the gift batching and say, okay, let's go over and run an adding machine tape, and let's see what the total is. Oh, we have $1,275 today. Great. And they'll put in $1,275. They can put in some notes if they want. This is absolutely not required. It's just a field you can put in there if you want. Some people will throw something extra into the batch code, initials, or whatever else it might be, not in any way required. And they'll say, great, let's enter the gifts today. Now, what I'm going to cover here is just a basic, simple, clean gift entry. We do use gift batching that allows the date to go in just one time, and then as we enter the gifts on the way out, we're able to double check the value. The first question is, who gave the gift? Who is the donor? It might be that we know the donor's account number, which case we would enter it, and then it would retrieve it for us. We also may need to search for the donor. Maybe we don't know their account number. We want to see if they're in there. So we have that full featured search to be able to locate them. There we go. A third possibility is that we may search and determine that they're not even in there at all, in which case we would hit new donor. So here you are right in the middle of gift entry, and you need to go ahead and enter one on the fly. After determining who the donor is, we then put in the payment method, all of the standard choices here, possibly a check number, and then the gift amount, let's say $100. We may want to then specify a designation for the money, a particular fund, an appeal code as to what we did to acquire the gift. There may or may not be a pledge involved, and then the most appropriate thank you letter. In this way, we've been able to enter the most basic information that is common to every gift. Let's do another one. By clicking the green plus sign, we save that one, and we go to enter the next one. The first question, once again, is who is the donor? I'm going to go ahead and search again since I don't have any account numbers in front of me. I'll then put in the dollar amount. I'll select a fund. I'll select an appeal code. I'll pick a thank you letter, and I'll save. That's all there is to basic gift entry. Now, there are some more advanced things you can do in gift entry. They're contained further down the page here, sort of out of sight because you don't need them as often. Some special notes, credit card information if you want to use the integrated credit card, soft credits, tribute memorial if you have an honorary or memorial gift, charitable, non-charitable, all the different parameters. So we can definitely do the more sophisticated, complex gift entry, but frankly, most of the time it's just the 5 or 6 fields that are there. So let's take a look at what we just entered here at the batch level. And we see that we put in 2 gifts that had 2 splits. Gift total was gift total of $1,450. Control total of $1,275. At this point, there's an overpay of $175, meaning, okay, something's not tying out right here. We don't necessarily mean that the data entry was done wrong. Maybe it was the control total that was wrong. And so at this point, either one can be changed. We consider this to be an unposted batch, and so we have no problem with the person kind of straightening things out before they close it. At this point, I can run a report to audit my work. Maybe print it, maybe look it over, maybe export it, whatever I want to do. And when I'm satisfied that everything's correct, I then go ahead and close the batch. The closing of the batch will not only make the gifts permanent and publish them to the system, it will also update the statistics for the donor. Until a batch is posted, we don't really consider it to be permanent. It's saved, the work's not going to disappear, so you could go home if you were in the middle of doing gift entry, but the rest of the world is not going to know about it. No receipts, no reports, other than the batch edit list here. The idea is that the clerk is still working on it, so it really shouldn't be seen by other people. Once the batch is posted, those gifts are in there for good.